Welcome, 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 welcome. This is Eric Brandt, the Family Cash Machine. I had a quick message for you guys right now. I had to tell you guys this. Forgive me. Sound a little stuffy. I got a little cold. My nose is runny. I've been sneezing all day. But I had to get this message out to you guys. Bitcoin is going crazy right now. It's over $1,000 a coin. I remember about a year ago when I started this journey with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin was about $400, $500. Bitcoin has had a 100% increase over the last year. It's at $13 billion cap rate. And if many of you guys don't know what that really means, here's a little small company. I call it a bumblebee. The bumblebee basically is an insect that is not supposed to be able to fly. According to mathematics and physics, the bumblebee wings mathematically should not be able to fly because the body is too big. The wings doesn't support the weight or the body size of a bumblebee. So here is Bitcoin some 7, 8 years ago starting. It's still not a company. It's never been a company. It is a protocol and an algorithm that started out from a guy named Satoshi Nakamoto. My point is this. We have a global economic disaster going on right now. And one of the reasons that Bitcoin is at $13 billion cap rate is because it is a more secure mathematical equation that creates its own digital coin. Okay, it's separate from any governments. It's separate from the Federal Reserve, any central banks, and right now it is actually over U.S. Steel. And a lot of people don't realize that the U.S. Steel was a company that evolved in what was called the Industrial Revolution. And I told you guys a year ago or so that I'm seeing right now what I call the virtual global income revolution, which is a revolution of technology in comparison to the old industrial revolution that created several millionaires during the Great Depression. Well, guess what? You guys are headed for another crash with the economy. And those that understand what's going on and position themselves, they will be the millionaires of the future because you guys are going into what I see as one of the greatest exchange of wealth ever in the history of the world. Okay, now, to back up my statement, why is Bitcoin going up right now? Bitcoin is going up because of countries crashing. It's a simple supply and demand. You have the situation in China where China is right now devalued their dollar a couple times last year. They debased their dollar, and there's like $50 billion that just flew out of China right now. They call it the $50 billion flight, meaning leaving China, and people are looking for a more secure system and a more secure object to put their money in. Well, last year, here in America, the federal government defined, the federal judge actually defined Bitcoin as money, and the SEC defined cryptocurrency, period, as a commodity. Yes, just like gold or silver. It has a stored unit of value, which is the thing that currencies don't have. This thing in your pocket right here, this is called currency. This is currency. This here is not money. It's currency. And it doesn't have a stored unit of value. What happens is this thing here, it basically, as you sit on it, it declines because of, again, supply and demand. We've been printing and printing and printing and printing money. And if you guys study any of the economies around the world throughout history that continue to print money without it being backed by gold or silver, then what's happening is the more supply you have, the cheaper the price of that product, or the so that's what happens. The more supply, the cheaper that product. So they're printing so much money. When you guys see quantitative easing, when the government talks about quantitative easing, that's all that means is print more money. And so what's happening is China, they're crashing because they've been printing and printing and printing. And so now people in China are gravitating towards a more secure currency. Same thing in India. India right now has actually devalued over 86% of their currency has been devalued and pretty much worth nothing. So you have these two countries now gravitating towards this cryptocurrency. And I'm telling you guys, you need to get in right now in OneCoin. You guys need to position yourself because there is also Venezuela. There's several countries right now that are crashing. And we're next and here in America because we continue to print monies and you guys are sitting back watching your basketball games and your football games, and you're not even understanding what's really going on. And I'm telling you guys, you want to position yourselves before it crashes. Go ahead now and get yourself some cryptocurrencies. You won't regret it. You have to follow what the wise people and all the investors are doing right now. So what's happening right now is all of that demand is driving the price of the Bitcoin up. So all these countries losing value with their dollars, and their dollars crashing, and their economies crashing. It's driving demand to cryptocurrency. So this is the problem, though. There's only 21 million Bitcoins. That's it. There's already been 16 million printed. There's already been 16 million, mined, not printed. There's already been 16 million mined. And so there's another 5 million to be mined. And probably it's going to take another 50 to 100 years, because mining these coins take a lot of energy, a lot of power. It takes, like $60,000, $70,000 a month in electric bills just to create these coins. So therefore, it's not easy to create them. That's where the demand's coming from. That's where the value's coming from. And so therefore, I'm telling you guys, we're in position in OneCoin with over 120 billion cryptocurrencies. We're in position when the demand of this coin, of this cryptocurrency, this new digital coin is rapidly increasing, and there's not enough supply. Here comes OneCoin, and this company with Dr. Ruja Ignatova has actually positioned himself beautifully to come in and fulfill the supply of the demand of this world as currencies are crashing around the world. And again, I'm going to close out by saying this. You're going to see one of the greatest of exchange of wealth ever in the history of the world. Those that know, those that position themselves and move right now, you're going to be in for a great, great ride. And all I can say to you guys is this. China, again, like I said, is pushing the value of Bitcoins. But in the company OneCoin that I'm representing to you guys right now, the Family Cash Machine, there's over 2.8 million people mining the coins of OneCoin right now. We have over 120 billion OneCoins. And the reason that it's called, cryptocurrencies are called and defined as a commodity is simply because it is a finite product, meaning it's not infinite. It's not a product that you can just print like money. We made 120 billion, that's it. When they're gone, that's it, okay? That's nothing compared to what the world's demand is. But 21 million that Bitcoin have is really not even a drop in a bucket. So when those Bitcoins go out, what are people gonna do? Where are they gonna go to? What cryptocurrency are they gonna look for? They're gonna look for us, the OneCoin, because we're gonna have the most coins out there. We're gonna have the most users out there. We're gonna have the most usage of our coin. We do a full audit of our company every single month, so we're gonna have the most trust of our coin. We also are going and grabbing 1 million retailers right now with the app that we just created. We also are bringing ATMs all over the world. So we're going to be the brand name. We're going to be the brand that's going to be able to fulfill and supply the demand that's being created by all these countries' currencies crashing, and all these multimillionaires and smart people looking for something more secure. And not just smart people and not just multimillionaires, but average people have been living in India and surviving off of Bitcoins. When Greece crashed a few years ago, people were surviving, buying goods and services, buying groceries with Bitcoins. And so again, when the American dollar crashes, what are you going to use to secure your babies? What are you going to use to buy groceries? When they devalue the American dollar, and it's coming, and don't say it's not going to happen, because they already devalued the credit here 2 years ago. We went from AAA to AA. So don't say it can't happen. It's coming. Because we continue to ignore the signs, we continue to print money, and many of us are not paying attention what's going on. The writing is on the wall. We're in another economic revolution. It's a disastrous future for a lot of people who are not going to move. But I'm telling you guys right now, we have over 2.8 million people, and I told you guys, China's driving the price right now, Bitcoin. Well, guess what? We got over 1 million Chinese in this company right now that's purchasing coins. They're not stupid. These Chinese people are very smart. They're very aware of what's going on in the world, and they're gravitating to technology, and they're gravitating to the future. They understand the future. They embrace the future. And so, and they understand mathematics. So with that, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out and position yourself in OneCoin to be one of the wealthy people that will be created from this technological revolution, from this what I call virtual global income revolution that's happening right now around the world. They're not telling you guys a lot of stuff in America. They censor all the news. They keep you guys dumb, deaf, and blind. They've bamboozled you guys to believing that your money have value. You've been hoodwinked. So it's time now that you guys come up out of the ostrich syndrome with your head in the ground, look at what's happening around the world, see the signs, pay attention to the signs, because the signs are there for a reason. So with that, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out. As you can hear, kind of talking through my nose. I'm a little sick right now, but I had to get that message out to you guys. Join OneCoin. Don't play around with this thing. Get you some cryptocurrencies now and position yourself for the ride of your life, okay? Because that ride is coming, but you don't want it to be a bad ride. So if you guys can right now consume cryptocurrencies and prepare yourself for that ride, it'll be a better future for your family. So with that, you guys, it's a Family Cash Machine. This is Eric Grant. I'm signing out. Bye-bye.